Today we are assembling a trampoline with enclosure with a safety fence for our two boys. Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes.
Are you ready to have some fun?
Mm-hmm.
I can't hear you. You, what about you?
Good.
Good. We gonna have some fun?
Yes.
Okay, let's open up the box and see what's inside, okay?
Yes, let's go. Wow.
No.
Wow. Forest.
Yeah, we need to get all this stuff out,
I
okay?
have a coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Got it?
Wow.
You got it?
Okay.
Wow,
Yeah, look at this.
look at this.
Keep it. Sit there and take off this. Yeah. Just like me. Yeah. Wow, look at these.
I have never set up a trampoline, so this will be fun. There are lots of pieces. I'm gonna go down and look over them. I'm gonna try assemble them by myself, so we'll see.
Oh, look it.
There are few tension bars, about 10 of them, about dozen short pipes, straight pipes, and 3, 6, about dozen curved pipes, and some of them have foam protection. I suppose that's for the screen net, and this part here is for the outside circle, serves as a protection. And then here's the safety net and some U-shaped pipes and the jumping pad or mat, some springs and nuts and bolts, and this here, I guess we don't need these. I don't even know what that is, so looks like some kind of, I don't know, paper. Who needs that? That's what I have so far, a circle with legs set up, almost a circle, and I'll go down and take some close-up shots. So these legs go into these U-shaped barbs on the bottom. There are two kinds of pipes, one with one hole on the bottom and two holes on the upper side, and one with one hole on the lower side and one hole at the upper side. So it goes like this, one short pipe with one hole and another hole up here, and then one with one hole and two holes up there, and then again one with one and one, one and two, one and one, one and two, and so on. And then every second of these bars on the upper side is skipped. So one U and then skip one, another U, skip one, and so on until you form a circle. And then let's see what else there is to do. Okay, let me see. So this one should fit into this pipe right here, like this. This hole has to match here. So you can do this, or use a hammer. It should connect like this here. And then this goes down. Squeeze here. All the way up. And it's gotta stand like that. And now those two need to be put together, and then goes all the way around like that, so it should be easy.
Oh, he put it inside. Oh, he's putting inside. Why are you here by my car?
This is what I have so far. So this hole should align right here on top like this.
Yes,
That's the hole
fixing the new house.
right here,
We're gonna fix.
and this is the part, the T-shaped part
Wow, it's just make
that
a
fits
door.
slides.
Daddy, this is
and
make
then
a door.
Comes
Daddy.
right here.
Daddy.
Okay, so this is what we have.
we fixed the new
No screws, yes, like we said. One hole up, and then next one is two holes up, and then one and two, and all the way around. And this one here has to go a little bit more in, like this. But the screws should, the nuts and bolts should take care of that. And there are some small plastic parts that fit in here in every other hole, because in there is one of these here, padded bars that go in every other hole, and then everything that's left uses piece of plastic like a cap. So let me look for that. These are the ones that go in every other hole up on top. And this is that strange piece of paper I threw away that I found later to be helpful when you're assembling one of these. So this helps. It's not perfect, but it does help. This kind of makes sense that according to the piece of paper called in instructions, I never use those, but yeah. So it goes into the bar that has one hole. So okay, and then the second one uses one hole to tighten these up, this part here, and then the second hole for the bar that goes up on top. that holds the screen around the trampoline. Oh yeah, and meanwhile the kids are having fun too.
Oh, how's the baguayo?
So they made one of their own. One thing that I changed, it looks like these holes go on the outside, so 1 and 1 and 2 and 1 go on the outside, so not on the inside. This is what it looks.
Yeah.
This is first part.
Yeah.
So
We made it a circle.
yeah, it's a circle. Okay, on the outside.
Okay.
The little post should be 2 holes up, 1 hole down, looking on the outside. And then the second one should be 1 hole up, 1 hole down, looking both on the outside, and so on.
Yes.
2 and 1, 1 and 1,
Yes.
looking on the outside. Looks good?
Yes.
Okay.
We got
So these are all the screws and nuts and bolts that need to be used for this trampoline. I can either use these toy tools that came up with the trampoline, or you can use some real tools. So it's up to you. You can use either one of those. Now these are the nuts and bolts that you're gonna be using for this part here, right here. So a longer nut, this is the longest one, a bolt, the longest bolt, 2 washers, 2 flat washers on each side, and 1 security washer like this. And these are nicely shaped so they will fit around the pipe. Whoops.
Did you get fire close?
Cicho, to je za trampolin. Cicho, bukvalno ćeš tu. To treba volati.
Mama, babo, vidi kako sam patio auto u garažu.
Super. Super duper. вийшов?
Снім.
А?
Снім. Okay, nice and tight. Yes. There are two parts of these padded pipes. One with a square end like this that goes down into this hole, and then another is extension that goes on top of this one. So the one goes down is looking towards outside. So it will form a shape like this. At the end, once it's tight, it should look like this. So on the bottom, in the bottom hole and the upper hole, we're using different kinds of bolts. So this goes into the bottom hole, a security washer, a flat washer, and a shoulder bolt. And then in the upper part, longer bolt, a nut, and two flat washers and one security washer. But before that, we have to make sure we insert one of these in, and then put the screws in. If it gives you trouble, use a hammer. That should work. So. A little more. Okay, this should work. It's gonna be big for me.
No way, it's gonna break it.
You're gonna break it? I'm gonna break it. Okay. So on the lower part, use a smaller bolt, security washer, and a regular washer. And the upper part, a longer bolt, a washer, and then on the other side it goes a washer, a security washer, and a bolt. Should be tight enough. Okay. Now this next post with a plastic cap that doesn't have a pipe with a foam uses only these longer bolts, so 2 washers, security washer, a nut and a bolt, and that's it, and then all the way around. This is what we have so far. We have the upper posts and lower ones screwed down, so everything is fit in place. I don't know about this.
Daddy.
We'll see about this.
Daddy.
I suppose the mat and the springs will hold it.
Daddy.
So that's kind of weird that there is no security for this here. And next, this is the mat, the jumping mat. Yeah. Yes. These are the springs, and they have to be placed in certain order. So that's our next step. Okay. You grab this end.
Okay.
Grab it.
Grab it.
Go that way. Watch your back. Okay. Let's see. And this side goes up, the good side.
Yes.
That side goes down. And you can
go to paper.
Go in
Okay.
and pull it in. Yep. Just like this. This goes
Daddy,
to start.
this is okay.
To start,
Yes.
one spring needs to be put on one side, and then one across it, and then one to the right and one to the left. To figure out the middle, I counted 7 holes in one bar, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 3 left, so 4th is the one in the middle. So we'll see if that works.
I don't
In
know.
order to know if you have started correctly,
Yes.
it might be best to count the holes and count these little hooks. So I counted 22 holes and 21 hooks on this side, so that means I'm missing one, so I should probably move this one to this side, so I have 22 holes and 21 hooks, and same thing on each side, and that should, so once you start it, they all should fit nicely and correctly. There will be no mistakes. So the way this goes: 1, 2,
Daddy.
3,
Daddy.
4, and then you come back here,
Daddy.
5, and go across 6, and come back right here, 7, and go across 8, and then this is the 9th one right here, and then right here, and then the 10th should be right there. So that's
It's gonna be amazing.
what the instructions say anyway.
Ooh. It's right.
Yeah, right here. So you
Daddy,
go 1,
what pit?
2,
Look.
3, 4, and go back maybe 5 or 6 holes. Then do the 5th one. Go right across this, so 5 or 6 holes from the 2nd one, and go back 5 or 6 holes to the 7th, 8th, and then do 9, 10. Come back 11, 12, and then the rest. I suppose you do in any order you want. I'll see which one is the easiest one. I suppose it should just go, right one after each other. And there is this little tool that can be used to pull on the spring if you can't do it by your hand. So,
Daddy.
let's see. It's time for the protection pad that goes around. This protection pad has to go like this. There is a hole on every other post. There's a hole that goes on top of these posts that are sticking out. So it has to go. If you put one hole all the way down, you won't be able to do the other. So you have to do everything at the same time and then push them down slowly and then tie them up. Now these two need to be tightened down. One of them goes here and then one around under these holes around the post. These two tension bars will have to go. You'll have to screw into each other, so they go 2 by 2, and on the side of the net there are little pockets or sleeves, and then you just insert them 2 by 2. So you have to grab two of these little bars and then screw them into the other one. And then once you have the net on the floor or on the ground, then you have to slide them into the little pockets right there. So the ends will be sticking out, and then once you put it up, you will have to, each one of those will have to be screwed into the other one, so it forms a circle or a ring, and that's what it is holding it up, and it will be supported by those bars that are on the side. So you have to kind of twist them, put them in, and then move them and wiggle them a little. That way you can start tightening them down with your fingers and then take a wrench if needed. Kind of like that. And these bars that go on top, once you have those these plastic caps inside, they will be supporting that ring that we just made. So you slide it in and then take one of those little screws, these wooden screws for wood, and then just screw them in and then put them on top, and that will support the ring. This is what it looks like when it's nice and secure. And now this part here will go here like this, and it will go up. Same on each side. And I guess the kids can jump too.
Trampoline is funny.
Now this is how you use the string at the end. You go under and up through one of these holes.
Yes.
All the way around. All the way around. There are several pieces of twine included. About 3 feet each, so you just go around, tie a knot, and then go around, and then when you finish, tie another knot. And that's about it. And those are some safety precautions. And this is a zipper to go in. Looks cool. It's pretty big for 14 feet. And these screws, so I suppose I could use them right here. Also, last night, 2 days after installing, we had a big wind, and I left the trampoline here, and when I woke up it was here. So I suppose somehow tying down to the ground would help with a couple stakes. That's my neighborhood's trampoline. It was over where the blue car is, and then now it's in the woods. So you might do something similar to secure it down to the ground. Hey, you wanna take a video for me?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and jump. Adi, don't push him. Don't push him.
Okay.
You got it?
Yes. Good.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, easy enough. even for a 5-year-old. Hi,
Hi.
you like this bed?
Yes. No, the jump.
It's not a bed, what is it?
It's a jump.
It's a trampoline! Oh, you know that! Let me see. Woo! You're right! It's a trampoline. I suppose that will do. I think that's the last step. Hi.